Hey guys, how you guys doing? I'm live. How you guys doing? Just want to rant a little bit. First of all, I enjoyed doing the eBay trilogy. I didn't do it perfectly, too, and I did the best I think I could, and I think it felt good. I think it had a good vibe and attitude, and I also learned a little bit about it by doing it. So next time, next time I play it, I'll be better. Because that's kind of how I learn. That's how we really thought of the title for Crash and Burn, me, the Madrid and I. It was about the fact that to learn you have to crash and burn, kind of. You have to be willing to make a mistake if you really want to learn something. And by teaching us in school to never make mistakes, they kind of teach us the wrong way, for guys at least. Because guys don't learn by doing it right every time. They learn by screwing it up first, and then they get it. Ergo, Crash and Burn. That was where the title came from, for Crash and Burn. It was Maderator's idea, actually. Well, I was thinking of it, and we thought of it together, I think, but whatever. But yeah, there's that. So, yeah. So, those are fun pieces to play, and challenging, by the way, too. You know, you want to challenge yourself, try doing eBay, you know. So there's that. Next, I want to explain why I posted all those things that had names of families and stuff. It said 13 families, and I posted that, and I didn't explain it because it just wasn't enough room to explain it on the little bit of writing that I could have done. Basically, I've been studying and watching videos about this. There's 13 families that run this world that own the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve is not federal. It's a private thing owned by these 13 families that run the world. When you hear the president himself, Donald J. John Trump, talk about borrowing money or owing money or spending trillions of dollars on military, who do you think he's buying from? Who do you think? Even the president speaks of spending money. He's buying money from these 13 families that really run the world. DuPont, Kennedy, Onassis, Rockefeller, Rothschild, Collins, Astor, the Merovingians, Van Dyne, Bundy, and who are the others? Russell. There's two others. Lee, that's spelled L-I, and one more. DuPont, Collins, Astor, Virginians, what's the other one? Collins, Onassis, and Kennedy, and one other one, Collins, Astor, Bundy, I'm trying to think here, guys. What's the other one I'm missing? Rothschild, Rockefeller, Lee, Rockefeller, Rothschild, Russell, and there's one other one. I won't take too much longer here. Onassis. Oh, Freeman. There you go. That's the 13 families. I didn't even study for that. I just did it by memory. Whatever. Those are the 13 families. The Merovingians are a group, but they're actually a family. They're from Middle-aged France, or France from hundreds of years ago. And they run the world, dude. They own the money. They print the money. The government borrows money from them. And then it owes interest on that money, so it taxes us. The government taxes us and pays the interest back to the 13 families from our tax money. Our tax money basically pays the interest on the money that the government borrows from the 13 families. That's the cycle of power and money in this world. Like it or not, believe it or not, that's just the way it is. And everything under that umbrella comes from that. Once you control the money, that's what I think it's the Rothschild guy, maybe the Rothschild guy, somebody Rothschild said, give me control of a country's currency, and I don't care who makes the laws. Something to that effect. In other words, if you have the money, you are the law. And these 13 families have the money, therefore they are the law. And you name it, they control it. They control the news, they control the research studies, they control what research gets funded to study in the first place. And the answers the research delivers are the answers that the 13 families wanted them to come up with in the first place. Otherwise, ergo, they gave them the money to research it, because they have the money. And in the spirit of don't fight the hand that feeds you, you do what the people that are feeding, giving, paying you, funding you want to hear. And wars, they start wars, and they benefit no matter who wins, and they support both sides, because either way they win, because they own all the gunpowder and all the they fund both sides. They fund all the gas to run the jets and the tanks to run. They own everything about the war. So they just sit back with their arms folded and get richer no matter who wins. Meanwhile, we fight just to see who wins, but we're not the ones benefiting. The 13 families are. So there's that. They own the food. They own who gets what food and how much. You know, they basically they run and control all the internet. All that is under their hub. They know everything about everybody essentially via surveillance and internet. And that's how they want it, and that's how it is. And and those are the 13 names of the families. So those families are the people that rule this world. Princess Diana was not a commoner. So Prince Charles did not marry a commoner when he married Princess Diana. Princess Diana was more connected than he was. Princess Diana was related to like 5 or 6 of those families. But since the media said she's a commoner, everybody buys it because everybody buys what the media says. But the 13 families own the media. They tell the media what to tell us, what to say, what to ask us to buy, what to make us believe, what to make us think about, but much less believe, what to buy or what to think about buying. And the only power we really have is what we buy. That's all the power we have. We don't have elections, maybe, but they just tell whoever's president what to do. Doesn't matter who wins. That person still is subservient to those 13 families who still tell that president what to do. The only thing the president can do is follow the orders well, follow them not well, or don't follow them at all. But either way, he's following orders. Sorry, sad but true. You know, Metallica song. The only thing we can really do is to freeze to buy things that we think that we shouldn't. But we'd have to do it in mass because it wouldn't matter if just one person does. As long as they have the masses under control, they're good. So if I go out and do something to buy something that I don't normally buy, it won't affect anything because I'm just doing it myself. We all would have to get together and somehow decide not to buy their products. They own the health industry. They own all the medicine. The doctors just study what they have, what they want, what the 13 families want them to study. The 13 families can take away the doctor's license to practice if they want, or if they're not towing the line of the 13 families. If the doctor decides to disagree or rock the boat, they can just take, the 13 families can just take away the doctor's license to practice, or whatever they call that, doctor's license, whatever that license is. They own everything about this world, hands down, period. Anyway, that's why I posted them all. That's what I was getting at. And also I was showing some Fourier transforms are important. And it turns out Fourier transforms are important in knowing how to go from reality to reality, in the multiverse, and going from other dimensions and other realities and other universes in the multiverse, other programs in the simulation or matrix, if you want to call it that. It heavily uses Fourier transforms, which is the math I studied at Harvard. It's what I was really good at, actually. And I posted a couple of that. I posted a couple of the main companies. There's a Committee 300 of people. Committee 300 is a very high organization. There's also the corporations of 500, Fortune 500 or Committee of 500 corporations. And a lot of them are under the 7 that I mentioned. I posted them. I don't really remember them all, but I posted Lockheed Martin, that is, Apple, Microsoft, Google. There's 3 others. Johnson & Johnson, there's 2 others. There are 2 others. I'm not really sure. I know there are, but I'm just trying to think if I want to remember. Anyway, there's a conglomeration of companies, and then there's even companies that people haven't heard of, like that are head over that really are the companies that own the other companies. So it all boils down to like 3 companies. State Street is one of them. I think I posted 2 others because there's 3. State Street. Don't remember the other 2 right now, but they're there. So that's why I posted that. So anyway, love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.